school midwife, and I am Raychell, and I am coming back here today to talk a little bit about breastfeeding. It'll mostly be about breast pumps because very fortunately I just received my breast pump that I got from my insurance company. If some of you all do not know, if you have insurance, sometimes you just can call up, ask them what pumps they provide, or if there's any incentives that they have, anything that you can have that you can get for free. I also recently got a blood pressure cuff as well, just because I also recently got a blood pressure cuff as well with the incentive program. So yesterday just ended Black Breastfeeding Week. It was from August 25th to August 31st. So this video actually comes right on time. For breastfeeding week, they had all kind of virtual lessons and sessions and people just talking about tips and tricks for breastfeeding, the ins and out of breastfeeding, the do's and don'ts, what people like and what people don't like. With my first baby, Zion, I did exclusively pump. I did try breastfeeding in the beginning. I had flat nipples. Breastfeeding was uncomfortable, painful. I had blisters. I had bleeding. I had nipple shields. I tried the works, and just him latching on wasn't possible. Eventually we found out that he had a posterior tongue tie, which he got reversed actually in January of this year, and he's been going to speech therapy since then because it gave him some problems with pronunciation or articulation for certain words and different things like that. So sometimes they have different things that can hinder your breastfeeding journey. With me, my son, and his tongue tie, that is one thing that hindered it for me. With this pregnancy, I'm hoping to try to breastfeed again. Hopefully this baby can latch well. Hopefully I'll be able to put baby to breast, but if not, I'll pump with this baby as well. So yes, breastfeeding, the national average for breastfeeding is 84%, but for African Americans, it's 76% for initiating breastfeeding. How many percent of African Americans you think continue to breastfeed for at least 12 months? Only 24%. Only 24% of African Americans continue to breastfeed until 12 months, one year of age for babies. And I definitely understand that because with Zion, I stopped breastfeeding probably around month 9, just because he was eating solids and I had pumped so much. I was an excessive pumper and I had copious amounts of milk. So I had a lot of stashes in my refrigerator. I had a deep freeze. I had milk in my mom's freezer, my dad, my mother-in-law. So I had so much milk that I was like, oh, I may as well stop pumping because I have so much milk stored up that I can use that and it could last him to 1 year, which it did. So today I'm coming to show you some things that I got through my insurance. I'm with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I signed up with them, and they actually sent me a pregnancy incentive care package. So I'm here to open these packages up with you all, and this one just says Blue Cross Blue Shield Federal Employee Program, and it's just a pregnancy care package. So this one is just a water bottle, which I can definitely use because I need to drink more water. Yeah, it's plastic, which is good for the environment as well. There is a book. It is a New York Times bestseller, Crib Sheets, a data-driven guide to better, more relaxed parenting from birth to preschool. So it has different things, evidence about breastfeeding, how to calm down, about milestones, how and why to sleep train, how to approach potty training. So this looks like it goes from birth all the way up to toddlers. So it looks like it'll be a good resource if you are a reader, an avid reader, or if you just want to get some information, first time moms or anything like that. Okay, it also comes with a memory book. So this is just a memory book. Take notes in the back. Memories about when you're born, the weight, the length, time, location, first smile, first time you set up, wave by. Oh, this is cute. And then you can have like the dates, how much they weighed, their length for each month, month 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it has the first year. So you can document all the milestones that they have during that first year. A few of their favorite things, objects, songs, lullabies, favorite person to hold you. That's cute. This is nice. And it looks like this is some things about feedings and diaper changes. So you can document different, like when did you feed, on what breast, how much came out, diaper changes, as well as pees, poops, and any comments or anything you have about that. So this is good for like documenting different things, or sometimes it's best to write things down because if not, you may forget. I'm one to forget, so that'll be great to take and use as I go to the hospital to document breastfeeding and the voids in their stools as well. And this is just some pregnancy care information about prenatal care and postpartum care and different things, and which questions, different things you can ask your doctor. Like prenatal care is important. What are some helpful questions you can ask your doctor? What position should I sleep in? How much weight should I gain this pregnancy and how fast? Once my labor start, when should I call? So this just has some different information for moms who are pregnant. And that is it. So that was a nice little care package. Nice little pregnancy box with a book, a water bottle, and some a memory book and some pertinent information that'll be great for first-time moms or moms who haven't had babies in a while and just need a refresher and different things like that. So this is the breast pump I ordered through my insurance. They gave me options. For Zion, I had a Spectra, the pink one, and I think it's, with him, I had a Spectra and I loved it. It was great for me. The pumps were great. The pump cycles were great. The parts were great. Easy to clean. Had a little night light, which was good for me, cause my husband and him was sleeping in the room as well. So this time they gave me the option to either get like a Amita Joy, a Motif, or a Lancinol. And these were totally different than last time, because last time my choices were a Spectra, a Medela, and something else I can't remember. But yeah. Oh gosh. So this time I chose the Motif Luna. I don't really know why. I just thought that it looked like a great pump, and it was kind of similar to the Spectra to me from what they had in the description box. And I love that it came with a pumping bag as well, which is really nice. It has some side pockets, front pocket. You can place some bottles in here. It has like the insulation in the inside as well. And it looks very sturdy as well. So, and also this has to be the pump. These must be these are the breast milk storage bags. So they gave me, this is a 40 pound, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. So 160. Got 160 milk storage bags. So I'm gonna put it back in there. Motif Luna manual. This is the actual breast pump. And these are the supplies. So this is the adapter to plug into the wall. I'll put that back. These are the breast pump parts. So this one comes with like the duck bills on the inside. This one is 24 millimeter. This one must be a different size. This one is a 28 millimeter. I have big breasts. I have big nipples, big areolas. Might be a little bit TMI. So I most likely will probably use the 28 millimeter just for my size. So it comes with the milk containers, which you hook onto here. And then once you finish, you can actually hook it on, and it can be a bottle for baby as well, which is very convenient. And these are, this is the tubing for the Motif. Let's open this up. It's pretty small, it's not too big. So obviously it looks like you could do one breast at a time if you wanted to. You plug this hole up, just plug in one. You can pump one breast if you want to. Like if you're breastfeeding on the left and you want to pump the right, you can do that as well. Power button mode, cycles, levels, and it does have a light as well. I think that's probably the main reason why I chose it, because it has a light, which was very helpful with my last time pumping. So those are the pump parts. This is the, I don't know what this is called, but goes onto here. The bottle goes onto here. Your tubing goes here, and then this opposite part goes to the pump. Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm glad that I ordered that now. I am now 34 weeks. So I ordered that just to make sure that it arrived before I have baby. Because you never know when babies come. They do their own little thing. And I'm glad that I was able to open it for this breastfeeding video. So with me, with everyone, breastfeeding is different. Breastfeeding can be easy for some. Breastfeeding can be hard for others. It just takes patience, a lot of patience. It takes breastfeeding takes up a lot of time as well, because when baby is born, you'll be feeding every 2 to 3 hours, and also if you're pumping, you'll be feeding every 2 or 3 hours, and sometimes you may need to store your milk, so you have to put them in storage bags. You may want to actually clean your pump parts every time. Some people do that, but some people put their pump parts in a baggie and put it in the refrigerator and just reuse it for next time. So for me, I would say my tips are fed is best. If breastfeeding is not working out and formula is your only option, then do that. If breastfeeding is not working out and pumping is your only option, do that as well. If you're stressed, or if certain things aren't going the way that you want them to go. While I was in the hospital, I tried to breastfeed, and the experience that I had was that initially I was like very tearful, crying. I was like, okay, I can't feed my baby. You know, I'm inadequate. I'm his mother. I'm supposed to be able to breastfeed him. What's going on? Like, I needed help, and I didn't have that help. That's another story for another day. I didn't have that help. My baby was born at like 1:32 in the morning, and the baby nurse just was like, oh, just wait till lactation comes during the daytime. So from 1:30 to about 1:30 in the afternoon, I was struggling trying to get Zion to latch, struggling to trying to get him to feed. And it was difficult for me, and it was causing me anxiety, and it was causing him stress, and it was causing me pain. And I'm in a bed, like excruciating pain from bleeding nipples, him sucking so hard that I was getting blisters. Like, it was traumatic for me. So if I feel as though some scenarios or some things may cause you some PTSD. I had some struggles at that time, but I'm kind of over it and I don't mind trying again. But I know the signs. I know the signs of tongue ties, lip ties now. I know the signs of, you know, if the baby's not on the breast right, if they're just sucking on a nipple and not latching properly onto the whole areola. I just know that sometimes you have to do your own research. Sometimes you have to advocate for yourself and ask for help. I asked for help, but the help didn't come. So I feel like even though I didn't get help in the hospital, I could have went to other resources outside the hospital, like a lactation consultant, IBCLC, somebody who knows more about breastfeeding than me that could have helped and assist me. Even my pediatrician didn't assess him enough to see that he even had a tongue tie. So I couldn't, even though I knew something was up, nobody else thought anything was up with him or me or the breastfeeding. They just probably thought that I had flat nipples, I had big breasts, and you know, it was just that it just wasn't working out. But this time my goal is to officially breastfeed, and if not, I'll exclusively pump, and if the baby needs formula, I'm fine with that too. So first tip, fed is best. You know, if you want your baby to be fed and to be happy, if you want you to be happy and not being stressed out, just make sure baby is fed. Secondly, I want to say the decision is ultimately up to you. You may have 50 million people saying, oh, do formula. 50 million people saying, oh, breastfeed. 50 million people saying, oh, pump. But ultimately, that decision is up to you and your family and how your family dynamic is, and when you're going back to work, or how you want your nighttime routine to be, or just different things in general. So you have to decide what you want to do and what's best for you and your family. Third, I want to say breastfeeding is a journey. It's a journey, and you have to be patient with it. Just because in the beginning you're learning yourself, your baby's learning you, your nipples. The baby has just came from out the uterus where it was receiving nutrients from the placenta, where it didn't have to work so hard. And now it has to come out into actually uterine life and figure out how to feed itself. So you have to be patient with yourself, and you have to be patient with the journey that you choose to do. So ultimately, breastfeeding can be easy and it can be hard. Ultimately, breastfeeding it can cause you anxiety and like stress, like it did me, or it can be something that's joyous and miraculous. And some people are just filled with so much joy when they breastfeed, because the oxytocin, like, and you're feeding your baby and you're bonding with your baby. And breastfeeding is such a marvelous thing to do that you just love it so much. Oh, I just love breastfeeding my baby. I'm going to breastfeed my baby till they're 3 years old, which is fine. If that's what you want to do, 3 years old is fine. But ultimately, on this conclusion of breastfeeding week, just know that I'm here. I'll update you on my breastfeeding journey as well. I'll update you on the Motif pump and let you know how I think it works. If I think that it's pretty good, or if I want to go with something else. I also want to try a wearable pump. I don't know. What do you all have as wearable pumps? Just leave a comment if you've had a wearable pump, which one you like, and which one you suggest that I should get. But other than that, I want to say thank you for watching this video. I know it was kind of long-winded and I talked a little bit too much, but I appreciate you coming back to my channel and listen to me ramble about breastfeeding. So bye guys. Come back, comment, subscribe, like. We miss you. We love you. See you later.